Who, you want to start or you want me to start? What's up, guys? We're Kim and Steve Jones. We're the owners here at Persimmon Ridge Resort in Greenbrier, Arkansas.
Let's go.
That's Steve.
I think it. The story probably starts when our youngest son left to go to college, and we'd always had a rule around the house that the kids needed to be in a subdivision. And so once that happened, I said, "Hey, what do you think? You think we move to the country?" And she says, "Yeah." I was actually really surprised. I says, "Hey, Persimmon Ridge golf course is for sale," and we knew of the golf course. We'd played here.
He drove me out here, and we drove down that hill, and we saw, you know, how beautiful it was, and it was like, what? We could buy this place? We were trying to get our adult children to come and hang out with us, and we thought, well, if we put a few disc golf baskets out, maybe they'll come and hang out. And then COVID came, actually, in March of 2020, and we allowed disc golf here. We kind of went against the groove, but we wanted people to have a place to come and enjoy themselves.
Free people.
Yeah, have freedom here. And so we had, as a private course, we could have disc golf. So I called Matt Lloyd, the course designer, and I'm like, hey, we need to have a tournament out here. And he was like, oh yeah, let's do it. Next day, I think Luke Humphreys called, and he said, Miss Kim, can I have a tournament at your place? I'm like, well, yeah, Luke, when are you thinking? And he says, next weekend.
Matt Lloyd, huge. He allowed us to run a PDGA event. He could have just told us, like, it's too sketchy right now. I don't want my name associated with this. But he said, if you do it carefully, go ahead and do it. So we got the chance to run back-to-back B tiers when nobody in the world was playing disc golf.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some disc golf brought to you by Prodigy Disc.
I think if you look at it on paper, even for me, sometimes I look at the course and I think it might be a little easy. You know, I worry that is it really a championship course? If we were to talk about last year, it was so windy last year, and the guys just played incredible. What was it? Andrew Marweed shot 11 down, which was technically would have been a 12 down if one of the pars hadn't changed. That was so cool. You know, I just truly was interested in what Jerm had done, and he was signing autographs and stuff like that. It kind of slowed down for him, and I said, Jerm, you mind if I ask you, kind of what you thought it was that led you to this win here today? And he's like,
this place really has a little bit of every type of challenge, and I think that for a guy like me who loves the forehand, loves the backhand, distance shot, but also straight technical, I want a course that can showcase all those different things and really come together with the most well-rounded player.
This year, Big Jerm's going to battle just for the chance to repeat. And man, there's so much talent out here. And you know what? I think it's all going to come down to hole 18. You got to come check it out. The best finishing hole in all of disc golf. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen here.
Man, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. Kim, Steve, the whole Persimmon Ridge team, amazing people. This is the 2025 Persimmon Ridge Disc Golf Championship, the second stop in the GoThrow Tour presented by Prodigy Disc. Proud to say that, just signed the deal recently, and we are super stoked about what Prodigy's doing with GoThrow in the 2025 season. I am Luke Humphreys, joined in the booth by Mr. Tall Paul Oman. It's been a fun 2025 season doing commentary with you, and we're just sitting here doing it again.
It's been a real pleasure. I appreciate you guys having me along for the ride.
This is one of our favorite places to play.
Yeah, after being here last year and meeting Miss Kim and Steve, I knew I had to come back this year, and it's been a blast so far. We got some great weather today, some great players on the card. Jake Hebenheimer, no stranger to the property. I think he was staying out here for a bit during COVID. Yeah. He's got a course record maybe somewhere on one of these layouts.
No, it's the gold course. He shares it with Andrew Marweed. Yeah. This man.
Calvin, Vinny Heimburg, out of Florida, on the road, touring full time, and one of the hottest disc golfers possibly ever.
Two guys doing the kick today. You almost guarantee that guy can get his foot higher. Mr. Big Jerm, Jeremy Koling, he is the reigning defending champion.
Yeah.
Here at Persimmon Ridge.
Bested a lot of great players last year.
It was incredible.
Had to come back and hold it down, see if he could do a two-timer.
Yeah, 2024's conditions much different than we're going to be seeing today. It was windy last year. We got a pretty good day today. We had a storm roll through town yesterday, got a bunch of rain, but this course drains well. The sun is going to come out, I believe, for this round, so it should be fun.
Yeah, and rounding out our card there, Kevin Jones, a little Arkansas native.
Yeah.
I know everyone around here is pulling for him.
Oh, yeah.
We got a fantastic starting hole, a real doozy.
Four of the best disc golfers in the world right here. Y'all make some noise for them. This guy right here called Persimmon home for a little while, co-owner of the course record. Give it up for Jake Hebenheimer. Woo!
Yeah. Jake just going with a 7-speed, I believe. This is a prototype disc. Coming out soon, like a stable-ish fairway. Definitely comes out of the turn when you give it to it. And it is painting. You see it trying to fight back out of it. Just overturned it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, the wind.
Next is a Skins legend and Hall of Famer from Florida. Give it up for Calvin Heimburg.
The wind definitely picked up throughout the day here.
Yep. I believe it was like a left to right mainly, with a little bit of head, a little bit of tail, depending on the moment.
In this wind, why are these guys not throwing a forehand? Just the length, or?
You've seen Calvin throw a eagle, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just curious. I think it's in all of their wheelhouses. I guess when you got that there in the bag.
I mean, I sat up there all day.
This guy came from Chase Card last year to absolutely dice this place up and take home the win. Your reigning champion, give it up for Big Jern.
You guys didn't let him tee off first? I mean, reigning champion, you think?
Yeah, course record holder, got it. Honestly, that's just you, disc. I let them do the picking of the order. Figure the big guy could use a wind read too. Seems like he's using that knowledge to his benefit.
One time.
Wow. Just a little short, I know.
Just a nice soft hyzer angle out of the hand.
It really was.
Card you know very well. This is the legend, Arkansas's Kevin Jones.
Yeah, Kevin won both of those B tiers that we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Right when COVID got back, Arkansas opened first. We did some B tiers out here. Kevin won them both. The second one in pretty crazy fashion. If you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it. It is on GoThrow's channel. Nice. That's like 60 feet long of a 480-foot shot. That's crazy. It might be 80 feet long.
Yeah, I saw that red guy in practice flying. That thing goes super far.
550 on the forehand. That's estimated to be. That's crazy. All right, Jake going with a step putt. Not a bad bid.
No. Got the tailwind.
Yeah, Germ after that nice, kind of understable 10-speed type of driver, it looked like. I mean, his disc was carrying a lot more pace than Calvin's. Just a difference in speed right there.
Yeah, different line.
Both of those angles, though, were impeccable. Really hard to judge that with the left to right. If you give it too much turn, you see what happened to Jake. And if you don't turn it enough, the physics of that flight will really balloon your disc out. You'll end up left 100 feet.
Possibly in that water.
Couple birds, couple pars. That's still better than you see typically. Just getting a birdie on the first hole is really good. And this place starts hard. I don't know if you guys remember, but holes 1, 3, and 4, some of the trickier birdies on the course. So you got to have some patience as you begin this round.
Statman, thank you. Going into the first par 4 here at Persimmon Ridge, 584 feet. Most of these guys probably going to play a safer shot in practice. I'm sure a couple guys were trying to go over this tree line, maybe get a putt, maybe just an easier par look, or birdie look, excuse me.
Yeah. One of these guys got an eagle look in Skins. You're going to have to wait and find out who when we drop that thing soon. This is the position play. throwing a clear disc into a cloudy day, almost impossible to catch for our cameras.
Yeah.
That's position A, though. Pretty well. It all comes down to that second shot, Paul. With the precariousness of the green and the raised basket, you really just want to put yourself about 15 feet left. It is is this a really big shot?
I like this wider shot from Germ right here because now he can probably see the basket without a tree. You know, maybe Calvin can, but it seems like that little bit wider. Maybe flirt with the OB cart path a little more. Some of these are, I wouldn't say conservative. He hit that pretty good.
That was blasted. No. That's what you'll get with a lower shot. Has a tendency to skip and then get that roll. If Jake would have just thrown that thing higher in the air, I think he could have avoided that. And Kevin sneaking through the edge of that monster cedar that kind of guards the hyzer out. I was saying on this entry, ending up 15 left of the basket puts you on that old ball golf green that's got a lot of sand. You typically don't skip.
Right.
A lot of just digging right there, leaving yourself a good putt.
Just like so.
Wow. Looked like he threw the same disc, too. Just a stable fairway. Pretty high from Calvin. Oh, look at that.
Gotta settle.
No. Oh, it curled up.
Thanks to the card there.
Wow, look at this entry. Germ's throwing forehand. Rarely seen forehand. Not many people throw the flip up forehand as good as that man right there.
That was impeccable.
You heard it. He says it takes backhand and forehand to really succeed at this course. Not many do it better both ways than him. Jake, you have to get this left of the basket. He does. Kind of unlucky right there.
A little unfortunate, yeah.
And he is closest. Our card approached the screen fantastic. There's severe implications for missing putts on the screen.
Yeah, this is a tricky one to run right here now.
Twice as far as the
Got the tailwind.
last putt. Strong bid. I love that strong bid.
Yeah. Good flagpole, too.
Yeah, that's going to be just a unforced error, though. Off the tee, it's not a hard shot. It's not a long shot. You know, it's more of a position shot. And he looked like he was getting a little frisky.
Yeah. I like that position down there, like I said, lower, closer to the cart path, but you don't need to flirt with it that much.
No, in Germs, who ended up with a forehand entry, that's even too much flirt in my mind.
Yeah.
Don't even need to be anywhere down that, risking a roll out of bounds. Nice birdie from Calvin. Great start from him, 2 out of 2. We've seen this place shredded, but 12 under is the course record with the current layout. Last year, I played hole 8 as a par 4. It's 1,010 feet. This year, we changed it back to a par 5. We do want to incentivize people to get those eagles because here on the GoThrow Tour, presented by Prodigy, we do offer bonuses and points for eagles and aces.
Yeah. Moving in to our second par 4 here, 675. Got a decent wind for this one. I feel like, you know, just a tournament play, get it down this hill a bit, let you access this green here, which is heavily protected.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you get past the trees, you're dealing with this rock wall that's probably going to leave you somewhere just inside circle, maybe circle's edge. It's a tricky par 4.
Yeah.
What do you got, Stat Man? How's this hole playing?
Over par. Same as the next hole. Like I was saying, hole 1, 3, and 4, a tricky start. Calvin going forehand. That's preferred. He's been flicking that thing so well this week.
Yeah. That particular disc seems to be flying very well for him on a forehand angle, and it looks like he was a bit conservative there.
Couple smooth forehands for those guys. Same for Kev. Yeah, it's more about a position here. If you said heavily wooded, you're not lying. This is the hardest green to access, I would say, on the course. All those birdie putts that you see typically come from like the 20 to 30 foot. You almost never see people parked.
Yeah, if you're not right there lined up with the basket, off to the right a bit, off to the left, you're going to have a low ceiling look. Plenty of distance to allow Jake to access the green here.
All these guys have great forehands. That's what we're going to see on this card. Everybody very fluent backhand, forehand. And interesting to see Calvin throwing the biggest forehand drive of the group as well.
Over the top, trying to do a little crash here. Jake has played this course a lot, maybe more than anyone on this card.
Right after I say no park jobs, the man who knows this course, like you were saying, better than most, showing that.
Kev has been practicing a lot with Jake, but I think he's a little more comfortable with that straight line.
I mean, when Kev won in 2020, both of those tournaments, he was definitely throwing that Spikeiser entry. I wonder why he's not doing it these days. Are you serious?
These boys know how to putt.
Dude, that was just making an easy backhand into a crazy hard forehand.
I mean,
pulling it off perfectly, too, I might add.
I don't know if we can coin that term, but that's the Koling.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
It's like the Simon line. You got the germ line.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right. The easy backhand, turn tricky forehand.
Yeah.
Pulled off to perfection. Vinny from about 50.
Vinny's hair giving us a solid wind read there.
Goodness, run that back. Low ceiling. Hard to tell from that back, but he only has about what he used right there.
That thing was striped.
Wow. Not going to be many birdies on this hole. This card is making it look pretty easy, I must say.
Yeah.
Typically don't see this many chances.
It's one of those holes that you don't settle with the park job.
And Germ, to put the exclamation point on proving me wrong with that backhand forehand thing, just trains the putt too, grabs the birdie as well.
Well, I mean, this man has been playing disc golf very, very long.
Looks like
in the ancient years.
The pace is perfect right now, Paul.
Yeah.
Is that what they're asking for this week? Is that what's going on?
I mean, look at the crowd that came out to play. I mean, you're going to have to play some top-notch golf if you want to get a dub here.
No kidding. That was an all-star on hole 4. Kind of breaking my brain, guys. I designed that hole with a combination of 2 holes Matt Lloyd designed in 2020, and I thought it was one of the trickier on the course. Only 675, but that green doesn't allow for all-stars very often.
No.
This one allows for the bombs, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, that OB from the last hole is running down the left side. There's no OB on the right side, but you don't really want to get too far over there. Otherwise, you're going to have to throw like some crazy over-the-top shot if you're still looking to get a birdie.
Yep.
I mean, 842 feet. These guys can knock out a lot of distance off the tee here with the elevation.
Each one of these guys with a full flight will go well over 500 feet. And ending up by that OB line left does open up options if you get all that distance.
These fellows are looking to land somewhere near that giant oak tree. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Ruined them on the green.
Some friendly ribbing. That's huge. That puts him in perfect position. Dragging it over right, getting it out of sight before it finishes back left. That's perfect.
Keep dragging.
Thank you.
Ain't no skip right there.
No.
Ain't no skip. Yeah, very safe.
Kev.
Consoling his card mate.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. No skip.
He's seen it before. Oh.
Here it comes.
Just chill.
Nah.
Okay, looks like it cut rolled a little bit, but stayed in bounds. That's going to be a tricky spot to approach from. He's probably going to have to get aggressive if he wants that birdie.
Yeah. Some good ground play under those trees.
All right, Jake overturning it a bit, but that offers some other options, Spikeiser options.
I love it because,
roller.
I mean, Jake's been on every inch of these fairways, I feel like.
No doubt.
He knows what to do from every angle.
That is going to be a really hard up and down.
That was pretty aggressive. That was the I still want a birdie play from where Kev was at.
You can never miss right on this second shot. Doesn't matter if it's a roller, forehand, backhand, sky, like we're seeing from Jake.
Yeah, this is the one you don't want to miss right on. You got to catch a tree left of the basket. There's a decent opening.
Oh.
He's accessed it.
Oh, my goodness. That is the play. You throw it a little long, a little left of that basket. There's a bunch of cedars that typically act as a good parachute.
Yeah.
Jake doing it properly. pretty good slide, honestly. Lots of
Yeah.
roots in that area. Don't see a bunch of ground play. Typically, a couple of circles edge looks for birdie.
Kev always has something
Yeah.
in the bag.
Yep.
It's going to
Yeah.
give us
Okay.
a nice wide open look.
There's 3 little paths there. Wasn't sure which one was which, but that's an open putt. Great way to save par.
Yeah.
Having that grenade, when you get yourself in trouble, there's almost nothing like it.
2 pretty similar birdie looks from Calvin and Jake here.
Looks like he couldn't stand up normally because of that low branch. Has to take a straddle stance. Jake, you see, not having any issues with it.
No, Calvin skipped leg day.
Yeah, I think there's about a 7-inch disparity between those two. Jake. Good putt, strong bid, basket high, just a little left.
Nice.
That's a crazy good par save from where he was at.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, you see doubles from over there.
Not when you got a grenade.
Get you out of trouble, Nate. All right, this is why this whole play is so hard. No birdies on this card now. Calvin, Jake, both missing opportunities that they probably should have had, but on to hole 5.
Some of my favorite discs in my bag are the A-Series discs. They're the ones I lean on to get close to the basket, and each of them have a consistent grip. So as you cycle through the series, then you won't have to change the way that you hold the disc. These are torque-resistant discs that are more stable than the PA Series, provide a consistent fade at the end of the flight. The best way to find your flight is to get out and use these discs yourself.
Months of hard work and preparation are finally coming together. Then the unexpected strikes. Emergencies happen, whether it's lightning or dangerous wildlife on the course. You need to alert everyone fast. With a single tap, a push notification goes out to all participants. Beyond emergencies, your tournament app becomes your event's central hub. Schedule changes, course updates, they're updated in real time, all in one place. Rain or shine, we've got you covered.
For less than $500, Disc Doctor can build and publish your next tournament app. Be prepared when emergencies happen. You need to alert everybody fast, and with a single tap, a push notification can go out to all participants. Email info@disc.doctor for more information. Mention GoThrow for a 20% off discount.
Short? The one that's been in.
We're not playing tomorrow this week?
Yeah, tomorrow. That's why I asked.
Skip in it. Go in. Go in.
How did it knock
If Kev called it facing that way, walking the other direction, oh, well, they're both there.
I think this is one of the first must-gets out here at Persimmon Ridge.
I wasn't seeing. He's the only one with enough patience to actually like walk up there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I thought I could see it from the corner. This is whole.
It definitely feels like one you don't want to miss.
Yeah, maybe not must-get.
But with 1, 3, and 4 playing so hard,
And just, I mean,
a little
a
tight.
somewhat serviceable forehand.
On a
Low,
stable
get the
fairway
ground
driver.
play.
Yeah, there's tons of it too. Is Jake really going grenade?
Been playing with Kev.
making a simple forehand.
Really good.
In the circle.
All right.
So 3 of them in the circle. Jump putt Jones now from 50 feet. The conversation's going on in this card right now. All these guys very familiar with each other.
Yeah.
Been playing practice rounds and hanging out on the property now for 3 days. It's definitely a good feel.
It is a very good feel. We got the sunshine out today, too. Yesterday we had quite a good rainstorm, like you mentioned earlier. So
Crazy how well this place drains.
Yeah.
I mean, there were rivers running through. It was a torrential downpour, sideways winds. And it's looking like Kev Jones going to be left out of the star frame here on hole 5.
Calvin and Jeremy with a very hot start.
Matching each other shot for shot at the moment. That's pretty good pace right there. You keep that up.
Yeah.
Get yourself a course record here at Persimmon. And let's check in with the leaderboard. Ooh, Zach Nash done with his round. Shot a 9 under par.
Wow.
Scorching hot.
I'd say this place sets up pretty well for him.
Yeah, Levi Hancock, that's incredible pace. Only through 11 holes.
Noah Meinsma, our boy, getting started hot as well.
He is, yeah. Skinny, the spin kid. He's got a lot of game, forehand, backhand, and he's got the different styles of putt that play perfect for windy conditions.
Yeah.
Hole 6 has got to be one of my favorites out here, playing back downhill towards the clubhouse. You can see a lot of stuff from there, and from the clubhouse, you can also see people playing the hole. Kind of cool how that works out.
Yeah.
It's just a pretty stock hyzer in this position. We will be switching holes 6, 7, 8, and 12 into longer positions for tomorrow's round.
This one's going to need to bite.
Might hit that tree, though. Does not, and it is almost impossible to make putts from over there. It's like air bounce territory.
Calvin did.
It actually is straighter, though. Might even hit that tree.
It is literally 2 feet in front of
very
Calvin.
Similar spot.
Really want to push this one right at that tree on the right, mid fairway. Just let it cut right in front of it. Jake opting for a higher line, much wider than German Calvin. He's going to have a less obstructed putt.
Yeah, pretty well done. That was a full speed D2, which I don't think he really needs, but it seems like these guys are dealing with a headwind.
Yeah, I mean, we can hear it in the mics here.
Oh, Kevin.
I think both those guys played a much, much wider shot than Calvin and Germ, and were rewarded for it. Good adjustment.
Can it be done? Not really.
That's going to have to be a nose up, left to right spinner.
Yeah. I like that he's getting down to a knee, though. Oh. It's part of the problem with being 6'4", 6'5", like both those guys are. They definitely don't have an advantage. All right, Jake going with a straddled out horseshoe putt. Rarely seen, but he's pretty good at it.
Maybe he was a little more obstructed than I thought he was going to be there.
Yeah. Any putts past this basket are very low ceiling. Kev misses out on the star frame on hole 5, picks that stroke up on the card right here.
Pretty interesting how that works itself out there.
Yeah, sometimes when that happens, you get left out. You feel like you're dropping strokes to everybody. Pressure can build, but it's relieving to pick up a stroke on everyone's back right there. Into hole 7. It's only 587 feet, but it's really tricky to get yourself in the right position to approach this green. You're left with low ceiling constantly on this hole.
Always. Yeah, there's a short tee pad actually mid fairway, a third of the way up the fairway, and I think that's a pretty solid spot to land.
Yeah.
It opens up a nice hallway. You still got a bit of a low ceiling, but it's the cleanest route to the basket.
It's like right to left tailwind from these boys. Oh, yeah.
As long as you stay out of the woods, you can still get yourself near the circle. Maybe not parked, but... just short. The rocks just wouldn't let it happen on the ground.
That last rock stopping it. Oh, that
Tip
could have
up.
been beneficial, honestly. Sometimes you can get those big skips. I mean, the sidewalk OB is only about 25, 30 feet away from that pad.
I'll give you that, but it looks like it took off just enough distance to put him in an awkward position there for a second. Looking like Jake was trying to go up and over.
Yeah.
Which is a popular play for the big arms, but maybe just a bit of a misfire.
Yeah, that was definitely a misfire. I think that right to left tail makes the over-the-top shot a little more difficult. Are you for real?
That's what happens
Oh
when
my
you
goodness.
disregard all things and just go full power.
Unfortunately, he's still going to be out there in deep circle 2. Not going to be able to get an easy putt at that. Whoa. Putt at his par after only advancing maybe 80, 90 feet off the tee pad.
Germ not given much of a read by Calvin there on the forehand play.
This looks like Germ's new signature disc. It's a stable-ish approach type, torque resistant putter.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's it. About circle's edge. Second grenade of the round. First from Kev, who I think I can safely say is the best grenade thrower on the planet.
Yeah, that's the third grenade.
I'm sure
round second for Kev.
You guys all have a friend at your local courses that throws way too many grenades.
Lazy Kev.
We've all got one.
Just lazy. But also pretty cool, so keep doing it. Oh, strong bid from Calvin.
I think if Jake had got the right skip, he could have gotten there up closer to the circle.
I think after that drive, he should be happy with that upshot, and to have that ability to give that amazing bid on the basket.
Yeah, that was amazing. Germ just over the top. Both of those good, strong bids. Like to see it. Never satisfied with a bogey, though, on a sub 600-foot par 4.
Yeah, and this is the easy basket placement on this hole. Tomorrow, these guys are playing back to that white basket, so.
Correct. Another 80, 90 feet.
You want to pick this one up when it's in the shorts.
Sometimes it's easier to full rip through that gap and to not worry about the touch involved in getting left. And, oh, no. Not going to be able to miss too many of those if you want to take this thing down and repeat as champion.
That first bid was a bit floaty, and I didn't realize it got that far out into the circle, and just an uncharacteristic miss from Germ.
Yeah, a couple guys taking bogeys there. Jake and Germ dropping back a stroke on a hole that you really just don't want to give one away on.
No.
Headed into hole 8, playing as a par 5 this year. We wanted people to be aggressive, make sure they get up there and really try and give this basket a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a big controlled drive off of the tee with the OB coming up on the right and that tree line on the left. I'm eager to see how much these guys are willing to bite off.
Yeah.
This first tee shot.
Yeah, we've been playing practice rounds with Kev. He's been throwing them way down there. See how aggressive he gets here, though. I'm interested.
This one could be in trouble. Yep. Looks like he just had a bit of an early release, kind of low, a little more hyzer than he intended.
Yeah. We actually saw that same release on hole 4 when he was kind of going for another power drive.
This is what I'm talking about.
And it's not even just a full power rip for Calvin. He's trying to make sure he gets on that left side of the fairway, which I think eases the entry. If you can throw more of a hyzer into that green and less of a straight shot, you don't risk skipping away as much.
Grabbers on this tee box here.
Yeah, you don't need new shoes.
No, dude, I've literally never worn these before today.
I can tell. This is
Yeah.
Germ just trying to match his fit.
Yeah, I know. I feel that.
Yeah, he looks good, man. Give it to him.
Guess who's not slipping?
Oh my goodness. Absolute blast down the fairway for Germ.
Bud still got it.
Yeah, Bud does still got it.
He must have some boost in those shoes.
I mean, we got to see it firsthand in New Zealand, taking down that tournament there, the New Zealand Open in Auckland. Jake going much higher than the rest of the card, turning it over getting over the sidewalk and bringing it all the way back in. Look at this thing fly. That was a weird flight there.
It just dropped so wild. Wow. That's why these guys are on the feature card.
And please tell me this isn't a cut roller attempt. This is just an out to the middle.
I thought we cut to Kev going to the restroom in the trees, but he's actually got to throw a shot from out of there.
It did look like that.
I was like, wait a minute.
Nice progress,
supposed to
though,
be
down
B-roll.
the fairway. That is great.
Yeah.
He should only be about 250 away from the green at that point. Jake, after a drive of about, I think, 520, probably left with somewhere around 450 or just over. I know
Is
that
this tree
math
going to
didn't
affect
add
him
up.
here?
We'll see. I'd say that definitely
No.
affected him. You can't go long here or you were completely cut off, which is what we're going to see from Jake. Should be able to pitch around the tree and get a birdie, but missing long right, just, you can't do it here.
We might see another grenade.
That'd be terrible if you tried to throw a 60-foot grenade. It could happen, though. I like this. Proper width, stable fairway driver.
Good skippy short
Oh, look at
grass.
this.
Just stay out of the pine.
It does. Doesn't really get a skip, though.
Is that a pine or a cedar? Do you know?
That's a cedar.
That's a cedar. Thank you.
Yeah, we got a bunch of really, really big cedars out here. Part of that being just like an old ball golf course.
Yeah, they just come with cedars golf courses. Don't they?
They treat their trees well. You know, when you think about the oak that's in the middle of this fairway, it's gigantic. As you stand on the tee box, you think, oh, no problem. I'll get it to that tree, no problem. The tree is just so big, and to have it right smack dab in the middle of the fairway, it's a beautiful little addition.
Nice up from Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet this place looks great here in a couple weeks when spring really starts to pop.
Yeah, when all that rain that we just had gets put to use, and oh, that was super touchy. Had to cut that so tight.
Cheeky
you
ground
guys,
play.
everybody knows how strong cedar branches are. You just clip that thing a little bit, and you're left with a straddle circles edger.
Everybody knows that. They're just ultra strong. Some of the strongest.
Why are you smiling at me? Do you not know that cedars are strong, bud?
Yeah, bud. I got some good cedar driftwood.
Okay, all right. If you're gonna make fun of me for trees, what's that white flowering tree right
It's a
there?
dogwood, dude.
Touche. I thought I might have you. Nicely done. Calvin high into the band. Love the strong bid. Kevin sticking it in there.
Yeah, I don't think Calvin got the ground play that he was looking for on that second shot.
No.
Left him just a bit outside the circle. Elevated basket. The wind is definitely a factor right now.
This is kind of why I had it as a par 4 last year. I really didn't want to see just like tap in birdies like
Yeah.
that. But I do love seeing the Eagles. And I mean, these guys throw it so far. You should have some advantage for having that length.
Yeah. Preach on.
Speaking of 594, and we've seen guys with putts on this hole, which is almost unbelievable because it plays slightly uphill and has a Mando late. To even take it on is a bit crazy, but a couple of the guys on this card are.
It's the shot that this requires to get yourself a putt it's staggering. Like, you have to control the Frisbee at ultra high speed and be so accurate.
But man, that's the third time in 9 holes he's thrown that disc on a power backhand and really released a kind of low left.
I just don't. I mean, I guess it is the tournament play. Just give it a rip. That tree line that he's heading towards isn't super thick.
Straight into it. That is pin high with the Mando right there. All it needed to do was fade a bit earlier, and he would have had himself an eagle look.
Yeah.
Calvin throws it so hard, man. It's
Such
crazy.
Amazing, like, straight line distance thrower.
Look at that. Easy hyzer flip at 40 feet high for Big Germ. Premier position there, too. He might even throw a forehand into the green from there.
Of course he's going to.
Well, he's, yeah. Jake, he's been booming this disc. Very pop top 500 D2.
Stay up.
Come on. Oh, it did straight skip, too.
Everyone had a great line. Just didn't want to put it up high enough to maybe get into that green area.
Yeah, Kevin kind of turfed his, ended up where normal people land. And he's got this spike hyzer entry. Gonna want to miss this left, if anything. Easy to push it into the back wall, which he does.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to park with that low hyzer.
Yeah.
Like that. You got to end up 15, 20 feet short left to take that putt.
Exactly. Don't fall in love with the park job.
It's kind of what Jake did there. That's exactly what he did. Gets the bonus roll, turns unbonus. That is, we're calling it a negative roll.
I mean, I think he's going to have a look, but it's not going to be what he had before the roll. That was a nice shot. Oh, no.
So simple overthinking.
Indeed, that's a germ shot. He could do that in his sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Just a chip shot for Calvin. That's an easy birdie there. When you can throw like the 550 rope job like Calvin can on command through gaps, it really benefits you all over the course.
Yeah.
Courses all over the states, in the European countries as well. Just Calvin's game, take it anywhere. It works. Oh, that was kind of floaty. Commitment to line, almost no one better than Mr. Vinny Heimburg.
That ain't Vinny, that's Jake.
Yeah, that's Jake.
That's a good
Come
putt.
on, Jake. There we go.
Get things rolling here.
Yeah,
for
get
Jake.
yourself under par on the front nine. Not the 9 he wanted, double bogey plus the single, but he's got the course record for a reason, knows how to fight back out here. Plenty of birdie holes to come. Get yourself in trouble, too. It's going to be a fun back nine. Looking in at what these guys did. 2 bogey-free rounds. Kevin Jones, Calvin Heimburg. Calvin's the hotter at 6 under right there. And then Germ, man, uncharacteristic bogey there, and then not converting on the birdie for hole 9.
Yeah.
Kind of letting some opportunities slip away there.
Definitely.
As we look into the leaderboard,
Ooh.
our boy Skinny Mites
Got a new leader.
posting the hot round at 10 under par.
He's been here all week, so he better be shooting good. Zach Nash still holding strong with that 9 down. Calvin creeping up there. Got several holes to make a move, get himself in the lead.
Yeah, that 10 under 292 rated is the highest UDisc rating I've ever heard of. There might have been hotter, but right now 10 under par, 292 rated. Pretty insane. If you play leagues, if you use the UDisc rating system, you know how insane that is. Somebody said it equated to something like a 1065, 1070, which completely makes sense. That's some fire golf out here.
Yeah.
For Tall Paul Omen, guys, I am Luke Humphreys. Thank you for joining us of the Front 9, second stop on the GoThrow Tour presented by Prodigy Disc. Man, been a joy being with you guys, and we got so much good golf to come. So click that link, join us for the back 9.